Once upon a time, in the faraway kingdom of Eldoria, nestled between towering mountains and glistening rivers, there existed a hidden valley where the snow never melted. This enchanting place was home to a glowing snow fox named Lumi. With fur that shimmered like the stars, Lumi was no ordinary fox. Each night, under the moonlight, she would illuminate the entire valley, guiding lost travelers and spreading joy wherever she went. Lumi lived in a cozy burrow adorned with crystals and sparkling teardrops that she collected from the frost-laden flowers. These teardrops glimmered in every color of the rainbow, and Lumi cherished them dearly. She would often arrange them in beautiful patterns around her burrow, creating a mesmerizing display that enchanted all who saw it. One chilly morning, while exploring the edge of her valley, Lumi stumbled upon an old, mysterious tunnel hidden beneath a blanket of snow. Intrigued, she peeked inside. The tunnel was dark and winding, filled with echoes that made her heart race with excitement and a hint of fear. But Lumi was brave, and curiosity bubbled inside her like warm cocoa. She decided to enter the tunnel, determined to uncover its secrets. As Lumi ventured deeper into the tunnel, she noticed the walls glimmered with a soft, golden light. This golden glow captivated her, and she followed it, her paws making soft crunching sounds against the snow-covered ground. The tunnel twisted and turned, and just when Lumi thought she might get lost, she emerged into a grand chamber. In the center of the chamber stood an enormous golden hat, adorned with jewels that sparkled like the stars above. It was unlike anything Lumi had ever seen, and she felt an unexplainable pull towards it. As she approached the hat, she noticed something strange. A golden thread trailed from it, leading back into the tunnel. What could this be? Lumi wondered aloud, her glowing eyes reflecting the brilliance of the hat. Suddenly, a gentle voice echoed through the chamber. "That is no ordinary hat, dear Lumi. It belongs to the forgotten royal family of Eldoria. They once ruled with kindness and magic, but their reign ended when darkness swept across the land." Startled, Lumi turned around to see a wise old owl perched on a nearby stone. "I am Olwen, the guardian of this realm," the owl continued, his feathers shimmering like the moonlit snow. "The golden hat holds great power, but it has been lost for generations. You are destined to find it and restore peace to Eldoria." Lumi's heart raced. She was just a little snow fox. How could she possibly restore peace? "But how can I do that?" she asked, her voice trembling with both fear and excitement. "The hat will guide you," Olwen replied. "Wear it, and you will possess the wisdom of the ancients. It will lead you to the castle of the lost royal family, where you will find the truth behind the darkness." Determined, Lumi gently lifted the golden hat with her paws and placed it on her head. Instantly, she felt a surge of warmth and confidence. "I will do it," she declared, her voice echoing through the chamber. "I will find the castle and bring back the light." With the golden hat guiding her, Lumi exited the tunnel and followed the shimmering trail that floated above the snow, leading her deeper into the enchanted forest that surrounded her valley. The trees stood tall and proud, their branches glistening with frost. As she trotted along, the forest began to change. The vibrant colors of spring transformed into the muted grays of winter. After a long journey, Lumi found herself standing before the majestic castle of Eldoria. Its once grand walls were now covered in vines and shadows, the windows dark and lifeless. The sight filled her with determination. "I will restore this castle to its former glory," she thought, feeling the golden hat glimmer above her head. Lumi approached the castle gates, which creaked open as if welcoming her. Inside, the grand hall was filled with cobwebs and dust, but the golden light from the hat illuminated every corner. She took a deep breath, and with each step she took, she could feel the magic within her growing stronger. In the center of the hall stood a beautiful, grand throne, empty and waiting. "This is where the queen once sat," Lumi whispered to herself. "I wonder what happened to her." As if in response, the sparkling teardrops that adorned Lumi's burrow began to glow fiercely, guiding her toward a hidden door behind the throne. Intrigued, Lumi pushed against the door, and it creaked open to reveal a hidden chamber filled with portraits of the royal family. The air was thick with sorrow, and Lumi could sense their longing for peace. Among the portraits hung one that caught Lumi's eye, a beautiful queen with kind eyes and a warm smile. "What happened to you?" Lumi whispered, her heart aching for the lost family. "Long ago, darkness fell upon our kingdom," a voice echoed from the shadows. It was the spirit of the queen, her figure shimmering like a candle in the night. "I was trapped in this realm, and my family scattered, lost to time. Only a pure heart can restore our legacy." "I will help you," Lumi exclaimed, her voice steady. "With the golden hat, I can find your family and bring you all back together." The queen's spirit smiled, her eyes shimmering with hope. "To break the spell, you must find 3 magical crystals hidden throughout the castle. Each crystal represents love, courage, and wisdom. Only then can you awaken the spirits of my family and bring back the light to Eldoria." With determination burning in her heart, Lumi set out to find the first crystal, the crystal of love. She followed the whispers of the castle, leading her to the gardens where flowers once bloomed. But now, they lay dormant beneath the frost. As Lumi searched, she spotted a small bird perched on a branch, its feathers ruffled against the cold. "Little bird, do you know where I can find the crystal of love?" she asked, her voice soft and gentle. The bird chirped and fluttered down beside her. "To find the crystal, you must show kindness. It lies within the heart of someone who loves unconditionally," it sang. Lumi thought of her burrow, the sparkling teardrops, and all the joy she shared with others. She closed her eyes and remembered how she would help the lost travelers and care for the creatures of the forest. "I must show kindness to someone in need," she realized suddenly. Lumi heard soft whimpering coming from the bushes nearby. Curious, she approached and discovered a tiny rabbit trapped in the snow, shivering and frightened. Without hesitation, Lumi used her glowing light to melt the snow around the rabbit, freeing it from its icy prison. "Thank you. Thank you," the rabbit exclaimed, hopping with joy. "You saved me. You have a kind heart, just like the queen." In that moment, the air shimmered and a radiant light enveloped Lumi. She felt a warmth in her chest, and suddenly, a small crystal materialized before her, a brilliant pink heart-shaped crystal. The crystal of love. Lumi cheered, her eyes sparkling with excitement. With the crystal secured, Lumi made her way back to the grand hall, ready to find the next crystal, the crystal of courage. She knew this one would be more challenging, as courage often required facing fears. The whispers of the castle guided her to a dark corridor, where shadows danced along the walls. "This is where I must find the courage to move forward," she thought, her heart racing. As she entered the corridor, she encountered a monstrous shadow that loomed large, blocking her path. It growled, sending shivers down her spine. "You cannot pass without facing me," it roared. Lumi's heart raced, but she remembered the golden hat resting on her head. "I have the power of the ancients," she declared, her voice steady. "I will not let fear control me." Summoning her courage, Lumi stepped forward, glowing brighter with every step. The shadow shrank before her, intimidated by her bravery. "You may pass, little fox," it growled, retreating into the darkness. With a triumphant leap, Lumi raced past the shadow and into a bright room filled with colorful banners and shining lights. In the center of the room lay the crystal of courage, radiating a bold blue light. Lumi approached it and gently lifted it from its pedestal, feeling the surge of courage flow through her. With 2 crystals in her possession, Lumi was one step closer to restoring the lost royal family. She hurried back to the grand hall, excitement bubbling inside her. "I can do this," she chanted to herself. Next, she sought the final crystal, the crystal of wisdom. The whispers of the castle guided her to a library filled with ancient scrolls and dusty books. Wisdom must be found in knowledge, she realized, scanning the shelves lined with stories of old. As she browsed through the volumes, Lumi noticed a peculiar book glowing faintly on a high shelf. She jumped up and nudged it with her paws, causing it to tumble into her embrace. The book opened, revealing a riddle. To find the crystal of wisdom, answer me true. What is gained when shared and lost when held too? Lumi pondered the riddle, her mind racing. What could it be? She whispered. After a moment of deep thought, a smile broke across her face. It's knowledge. Knowledge is gained when shared and lost when hoarded. As soon as the words left her lips, the library filled with a golden light, and the crystal of wisdom appeared before her, shimmering like the sun. Lumi scooped it up, her heart swelling with pride. With all 3 crystals in her possession, Lumi raced back to the grand hall, excitement coursing through her. I can awaken the spirits now, she declared, placing the crystals before the throne. The moment they touched the floor, they radiated brilliant colors, illuminating the hall with love, courage, and wisdom. The queen's spirit materialized once more, surrounded by a warm golden light. You have done well, brave Lumi, she said, her voice melodic and filled with gratitude. You have found the crystals and proven your worth. Now, awaken my family. With a wave of her paw, Lumi summoned the magic from the crystals. The light intensified, enveloping the hall in a dazzling spectacle. One by one, the spirits of the royal family emerged, their forms glowing with joy and warmth. Thank you, dear Fox, the queen said, her heart brimming with pride. You have brought us back together, and with our unity, we can restore peace to Eldoria. The spirits joined Lumi, and together they made their way to the castle balcony. Below, the kingdom lay blanketed in darkness, but Lumi's glowing light radiated across the land, igniting hope in the hearts of the villagers. Let our light shine bright, the queen declared, raising her hands to the sky. The spirits joined in, their combined magic pouring forth, casting a golden glow over the kingdom. The shadows began to dissipate, replaced by vibrant colors and joyous laughter. The villagers emerged from their homes, gazing up at the spectacle above. It's a miracle, they exclaimed, tears of joy streaming down their faces. The lost royal family has returned. Lumi beamed with pride, her heart swelling with joy. She had not only restored the lost family, but had also rekindled hope in the hearts of her fellow creatures. The golden hat glimmered above her, a reminder of her bravery and the magic within her. From that day forward, Eldoria thrived under the loving rule of the queen and her family. Lumi became the kingdom's guardian, leading the way for travelers and spreading kindness wherever she roamed. The glowing snow fox and the royal family united to bring joy, love, and wisdom to all. And as for the golden hat, it rested proudly on the throne, a symbol of hope and adventure for all who dared to believe in the magic of kindness.